going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we're diving into Treasure Map against CP-9 for the 5+ ARLONG and the ARLONG Intrusion with my speedier boosted teams. Now, I did put out the buildable teams. It's live right now, or the no new batch teams, I should call them. So if you guys are looking for some teams that don't utilize the boosted units, then make sure to go check out that video. I'll try and leave a card at the top for you guys, just so it's a bit easier to find. We need the bird here for the sake of the video. Yo, can we get the bird, please? I'll try and remember to leave a card. If I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. I do apologize. But I'll leave a link in the description nonetheless. Now, in today's video, the name of the game is basically utilize the boosted characters, utilize some speed teams to get through the mini-bosses as quickly as possible, and then that way we can prioritize getting points on the final stage. Now, I do need treasure map materials. I always do. Limit break materials, I should call them. I don't have that much time to play, which is a bit of a shit go. But look, we have the boosters, so we should be able to hit the 10 million points very, very quickly. And hopefully, the teams I put together in the preparation video, they do us work, and we actually get through the fights very, very quickly. If you guys have any ideas or any suggestions down below, let me know in the comment section, because I can sometimes get hung up on the boosted list. I sometimes just sort of gloss over very fast characters, and I will miss out on certain things as well. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know down below for some better characters. So let's take on ARLONG first. For ARLONG, we're using Nami as captain. Now, we're using Nami as captain because the right-hand side doesn't get special minded, and you also get paralysis. So it works out really nicely here, utilizing Nami as our captain. We can bring a friend captain, Frankie, and then utilize our own Frankie as a sub. We can then use the Brûlé support as a nice cheeky way of getting more cooldowns for Nami if we want to use her on turn 2. Now, the other recommended character besides Nami and obviously Frankie and the Batch is Bellamere. Now, I don't have Bellamere, and she removes the... I believe she removes the burn? I'm pretty sure she removes the burn that gets inflicted on stage 2. So, unfortunately for us, we don't really have a way around that, but that's going to be okay, because we will survive. To get around the block orbs here, I do plan on utilizing Nami, but what I want to do first is use Frankster, because when we use the Nami special here, it's actually going to give Frankie a whole bunch of cooldowns. It's a really, really nice little ability that they have in their kit where they can actually give 10 turns of cooldown as the sub. Now, we do have to hit a couple perfects here, which, look, it's going to suck, but we do have to hit with our barrier pen units. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to get around the defense up. So as you guys will see here, we can remove that. And with those buffs, we have enough to take down this particular stage. Moving into the final stage, Nami's going to get 2 turns of cooldown. And then we can actually utilize the Brûlé support for 2 turns of more cooldown with her super type. Is she a super type unit? Yeah, she gives herself 10 turns of cooldown. And with that, we can get around the paralysis with her as captain. We can use her special once again to get the chain boundary, full board of tandem slots, and then we can utilize some characters here to get around the damage reduction and stuff like that. So, I remember correctly, we can use Mihawk to get around damage reduction, and you can also use like Iceberg and shit. Iceberg, I believe, is the orb booster here, and then I think Tom, is Tom the guy that can get around damage reduction? Yeah, Tom is the guy that gets around the damage reduction, which is good, because then if we use this cheeky little Frankster special, he's going to remove the rest of it, but then when you remove it, ARLONG just reapplies it, so we're going to remove it again with Mihawk. That's the idea here. We still have the burn. It is what it is, because we can just kill very easily. So the burn is a super burn. Be very, very careful if you guys are running some different stuff, but as you guys can see there, we have a lot of damage with this team. We have a lot of buffs. We can get through it fairly nicely even without Bellamere, and still run a hefty max point team. So that's always fun. Damn, that's so annoying. I don't want those orbs, man. I would have loved more of those chunks, as we call them. Give me those limit break chunks. But hey, look, the addition of the boosted units giving more drops, it's a wonderful, wonderful thing for players like myself, because I'm a lazy motherfucker when it comes to treasure map. I get the 10 million points, and then I play very, very casually, unlike other people. So, hey, look, you guys want to play treasure map till your fingers start to bleed, that's more power to you. But for me, I love this new update. I think it's fantastic, because it helps me get so many more materials by doing the exact same amount of runs. Obviously, you need the boosters, but doing 4 multis on the treasure map banners is kind of looking like a very must-summon sort of situation for most players now. We have so many treasure map legends, so many treasure map units in the game, that doing 4 multis, getting a guaranteed booster, and then picking up some other characters along the way might be the actual play. So let's dive into our mini-boss fights now. For the first fight, we have Fukurugugu. No, it's Fukuro. I actually remember his name this time. We're using Nami Karina here. Nami Karina can remove the resilience, which is really nice, as well as give us extra drops for the final stage. I'm using Zoro as a wave clearer here, and then I have the Jinbei that they actually recommend. I was meant to put the Anil support on my Nami Karina, but I totally spaced on that. So we're just going to have to use the Nami special. Nami's special obviously just takes a little bit longer, but like, look, it's chalk and cheese, I guess. Let's, oh, that's not Zoro. Zoro was there, but I think I moved him initially. So Zoro's going to wave clear there, nice and easy. And then we can use the Jinbei special to remove the, oh, I remember now. I forgot to bring someone that does that. Yeah, right. The Jinbei special removes the special blind, and then the Nami Karina special is going to... Oh, that's right. If you start with Karina, in orbs get actually turned to G. I remember now! So you want to start as Karina for your friend. Yeah, cool. And then with that, you can say goodbye to... Well, I don't know. Maybe it's in their dual form that they do it anyway, so like you could probably just... Or maybe it's on their Switch. I don't know, man. Like, either way, you get G-Orbs and you're fine. Like, you're fine. Plus, double Nami Karina means more drops, more goodies. Give me that chunk, bro. Give me that chunk. Okay, look, we got the tablet, which would be good if it was a good tablet and I needed them. But hey, look, beggars can't be choosers and choosers never get what they want. So, here we are. But there you go. So, that's the Nami Karina team. Very nice. Moving on to Icarus Much now. I am utilizing Izo Kiku. However, I did want to change one thing with this particular team, and I totally forgot to do it until now. Blackbeard, when I was doing my, like, no new batch teams, is very slow. He's a very slow wave clearer. He'll definitely work if you guys want more points. But we're not really here for points. We're here to get shit done. So we're going to put the Legend Zoro on the team, and he is going to be our main man to take down the first stage. Now, utilizing Izo Kiku means that we can wave clear turn 2 and get a chain boundary ability. I believe we have a full slasher team here as well, so we can actually get some Wano orbs, but I brought a Hiyori, so that way I could just keep a bunch of Wano orbs here as well. So we're going to utilize Zoro. He's very, very fast. He can give cooldowns as well, so if you have characters that aren't getting full buffs, you can utilize that ability too, which is a great treasure map tactic for these speed farming teams. But the character they really want you to use for this fight is Mihawk. And if you have him Limit Break expanded, he is going to have the Despair... the Sailor Despair removal. And he's going to remove 6 turns of the damage reduction. I don't know why they gave 7 turns here, but I threw Beppo Sachi Penguin on my... on my lore unit, just so I could get the coverage for the damage reduction. Mihawk, he is immune to Special Rewind, he has Fear, and he removes damage reduction. He works perfectly for this stage. So I basically just decided to use him. He's a 1.4 times booster. I want to use him as captain, but he can't get around the special reverse as captain, so it kind of sucks in that regard. I guess you could use Mr. 3 support if you guys want like a lot more points, but at the end of the day, it's not going to matter that much. You could probably bring a friend Zoro if you want to quickly find Zoro, I guess. But look, it's much of a muchness. Moving on to the Sasaki fight now. I'm thinking I might swap out Carrot and Nami on this particular team for Ace as captain. I honestly think I'm going to, because Halloween Ace just seems like a much faster unit. And I believe I have the hunger coverage with Robin Koala, right? No, Robin Koala do not do hunger, so we are going to need another unit that does hunger. And I believe Carrot... Oh no, Chopper does it. Sweet. Chopper's going to be our guy. So, we're going to bring Ace as captain. Damn, my game is going very slowly today. So yeah, we're going to bring Halloween Ace, because Halloween Ace can not only remove the Special Mind as a captain, but he can also remove the the bind with his special too. So very, very nice ability there. We can also do... I was hoping we might be able to find something like a Nami Carrot Friend Captain. I feel like most people have Halloween Ace as well. If you have Halloween Ace as a non 6+, then you can definitely still run him as well. We're using Caesar here as a wave clearer. Ace Halloween Ace 6+ does boost int characters as well as fighters, so you are going to get the full coverage with Luffy and then your full int team base here. Make sure you're switching to Robin though if you want to use the color affinity of Robin Koala. The downside to this team, I suppose, is the fact that we're not going to have the orb manipulation, I guess. That's probably the only thing that sucks here. But I guess you could definitely bring a unit like... I guess if you do that, you're covered. You could definitely bring... Like, if you use Luffy, the Luffy special, you're going to get the... You're going to get a full board of orbs as well. You don't even need to remove the barrier with Robin and Koala either, because you're going to get a full board of tandem slot. So, like, that's another tactic for you guys there as well. But they want to use Nami for that fight. Sasaki's he's just a shit character, man. He's such a shit character. So, yeah, I think I'm going to use Ace now. Like I said, Nami, Carrot are fantastic, but I think it's just faster with Halloween Ace. Moving on to the Senior Pink fight now. We are utilizing Gear 5. But this time we're using Law as our sub. Law is a recommended character on the first fight. We don't need him on the final fights. So I'm actually going to utilize him here so I can actually carry over his orb buff and his chain boundary from turn 2. With Shirahoshi on this particular team, we can basically utilize Law's extension ability with a rainbow orb. Something I found out with Law 2 is he doesn't rotate G orbs, which is really interesting. Or he does, but like under a certain, maybe under Nami Karina, that's why it happened. I think under Nami Karina, he keeps the G orb, so that's kind of interesting. But the tactic here is to use Shirahoshi. With Shirahoshi, you have a rainbow orb, and that way you get 3 turns of a chain boundary, 3 turns of an orb buff, and that'll basically be all the damage you need for the final stage. We have Frankie in case we want some color affinity. We do want to use the EX of Luffy though, so that way you can bypass the defensive effects, because Senior Pink has damage reduction, damage null, and he burns you. Another really good character for this is 6+ Rayleigh. 6+ Rayleigh is going to be absolutely fantastic, as he is going to allow you to bypass the defensive effects with something like fighters and cerebral units, but you then have to deal with the death hit of 200,000. It's a lot of damage, 200,000, so just be mindful of that. But you could just definitely bring like a defensive-based support to get around that. Maybe like Mr. 3. You could use like a Brook on any Straw Hat, or you could just use a like defensive-based captain. Like that's also going to work for you guys as well. But nevertheless, double Gear 5 is getting it done, and I think for the way that I tend to play, I think Gear 5 is definitely going to be the nicer move. On to the final fight against CP-9 now. This is where it gets a little bit easier because I don't have to like search for Frankie friend captains, and I can just use my own Frankie as the same character tag. It's kind of the downside to using Nami as my captain on the other team, but at the end of the day, it's just going to work a little bit nicer. A little bit nicer. Utilizing Nami on this team, I guess you could move her across and then use Mihawk here, but I just found that Mihawk worked perfectly for one of the mini-bosses where Nami doesn't really need to be where that fight actually is. Again, if you use something like the Halloween Ace, then you're pretty much going to cover that. Now, your sailors get stunned here. There's also damage reduction that we have to deal with. So we're going to utilize ARLONG to get around the stun. And then I believe, is it... Who does the damage reduction removal? Is it... Yeah, so Tom's the one that does the damage reduction removal. So we use Frankie first, and then we can utilize Tom. He's going to give us a bunch of orbs. He removes damage reduction, and then we're basically good to go like this. We have Super Tandem with this team too, which is hilarious. I think Nami has Super... No, Nami has Final Tap. Who has the Super Tandem? Does Frankie have Super Tandem? That's nuts. And then on the final stage against CP-9, we're going to get a bunch of special reverse here, like a butt ton of it. But that's okay because We're going to use your super class. That's going to give cooldowns. Your special. That's going to give cooldowns. You remove the rest of the threshold. Plus, you do some fun stuff there. Unfortunately, I don't get the Nami cooldown. Which is fine. And I don't get the Frankie cooldown. Which is also fine. I think. I don't have an attack boost. I have an orb buff. Ideally, I'd want the chain boundary. But look, at the end of the day, we should be fine here. Yeah, we should be fine. Okay. Cool stuff. There you guys go. They are my booster speed teams for Treasure Map, ARLONG, and CP-9. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, but like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. If you guys have any ideas to make the teams faster, I obviously made some changes as we were sort of going along. Oh, that's good. That's really good. I like that. I like that a lot. I obviously made some changes as we were going along. But if you guys have some more ideas to make shit faster, please let me know in the comment section below. I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm the best Treasure Map team builder. But hopefully it helps you guys out if you guys are looking for some speedier strats. And if you did enjoy the video, bell the like button, hit the subscribe button, as I mentioned. Hit the bell notification for more content. Most importantly, though, if you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.